Hey guys, Alex Aanderud here, Tap Human Capital Systems. Hey, today we're going to be talking about human dynamics and understanding really what's going on in a lot of the market. Clients are stalling out and we're not necessarily sure why, or a lot of the agents aren't necessarily sure why. It's like they'll go to take action and they stop. The market's crazy, the interest rates are crazy. Like we've got a bunch of different moving parts right now. Inventory shifts, there's changes happening everywhere. The problem is it's not just affecting the agents in your business. It's not just affecting you. It's also affecting the clients. They're watching the news, they're hearing the stories. And what happens is that they get triggered with this emotional response. So I was working with one of Tina Call's agents out in North Carolina. And as we were talking, it's like my client keeps doing these really weird things and I don't understand it. And I had to explain to her, the problem is that you're looking at the client trying to understand their logic and reason. And right now they don't have any logic and reason. Right now, they're emotionally triggered. They go, what do you mean? It's like right now they've got their shit up. They're not necessarily ready to be able to move forward until they feel safe, until they feel secure, until they feel confident in your leadership and your ability to navigate them. They're never going to be able to take those steps. And she's like, okay, so what do I do? How do I navigate this? I said, well, before you can navigate it, you need to understand a concept. And I want to share that concept with you today. I'm going to be talking about something called the hand model of the brain. Dr. Siegle, a parent psychologist, did a lot of different studies. He's got a book called The Power of Showing Up and a whole bunch of other books talking about secure attachment. But one of the things he talks about is something called the hand model of the brain. Now, I've adapted this for leadership in real estate. Now, even if you're just an agent, you're having to lead your clients. If you're a team lead, you're leading your agents. If you're the owner of the team, you're having to lead your leadership structure. Like no matter what you're doing, you are leading in real estate. It's just what happens. So if you put your hand up like this, what we're going to have is the thumb represents, we're going to talk about the triune brain theory. The thumb represents the reptilian part of the brain. The palm is the mammalian part of the brain, and the fingers represent the neocortex, or the thinking part of the brain, the logic. This sits in your head like this. This is your brain. The problem is when you get emotionally triggered, your fingers go up, your thumb comes out, and the connection between logic and reason and the rest of your brain goes away. So what does that mean? It means that you're no longer able to think. Instead, you're acting out of instinct, reptilian part of the brain, and emotion, the mammalian part of the brain. In order to get somebody to be able to apply logic and reason, the first thing you have to do is you have to make them feel safe and secure. Now, in another video, I'll tell you about seen, safe, accepted, protected, empowered, the 5 essential leadership skills that you need in order to navigate clients or team members through challenging times. But right now, if you can help someone feel safe and secure, the reptilian part of the brain stops being triggered. That amygdala shuts down and they get back into more of a thinking, but they're not quite at logic. What they're at is they're at their emotional experience. So now you've got the emotional experience. What are they looking for? They want to make sure that they're accepted by the group and that they're protected by their leader. If you can help somebody feel safe and secure, the thumb comes back in. If you can help them feel accepted and protected by the group and by you as a leader, the logic and the reason comes back in, and now you can solve that problem. So what does that mean? And so I was telling her, it's like, the first thing you need to do is you need to recognize your clients are going through stuff and you need to be able to help them navigate that stuff. And the first part is to just show up, be there, be compassionate, listen, connect, engage. You have to let them know that they're safe right now. Yes, the market's crazy. Yes, there's shifts in the interest rates. Yes, you may be at jeopardy if we don't move forward, but right now, in this moment, you are safe. Get them to feel safe, and that brings that thumb back in. You know what the thing is that you and I were working together, and I've got you. I've got the leadership, I've got the experience, I've got the background, and you know what you're looking for. So if we work together as a team, we can get you what you're looking for. So now what you're doing is you're doing the I accept you and I can protect you. Thumb comes in, fingers come down, and then you can go, now let's start to talk about what you're looking for and what actions you want to take. So what she did was she took this information, she went back and she had a very similar conversation, not just with one of her clients, with 3 different clients, and all 3 clients went from I'm not sure I want to list to a signed contract within 3 days. And all it was instead of trying to overcome an objection, instead of trying to figure out how do I get around what they're going through, she just simply recognized the emotional experience they're having, got them back to logic and reason, and helped them take the next step forward. Hey, coming up in about a week, 2 weeks, we're going to have a couple of training classes. I'd love to invite you to come out. We're going to be talking about leadership and influence. If you enjoyed this, make sure you click the link, register, and I look forward to seeing you either in Michigan or in Tennessee. We'll talk with you soon. Take care. Bye for now.